Tree plantations are an important component in the forest landscapes of the Mekong region. Establishing teak plantations is often perceived by smallholders as a possibility to obtain land titles and create additional livelihood assets. Very often, tree plantations have been established on steep slopes with limited road access on highly erosive soils. Due to competition with more profitable crops like rubber or banana, tree plantations need to be planted in the future at locations further away from roads and on land where they do not compete with such crops. In this context, the Forinfo project focuses on harvesting and forwarding alternatives at the hands of local communities in order to establish tree plantations in the right locations. Plantation teak is more and more accepted in the region for indoor use as staircases, wall, and ceiling paneling, and as furniture inventory. Marking and measuring the trees to be harvested for thinning has to be carried out for proper planning and to create an information base for the local timber industry. Ownership documentation is an important intervention by the project to facilitate legal harvesting and processing of plantation timber. In a typical teak plantation timber value chain from seedling stage to sawn timber, the following value chain steps are found. About 20% of the value addition occurs in growing the timber up to harvesting time of about 20 years. About 15 to 20% of the value is added in the felling, extraction to roadside, and grading the timber into quality classes. Depending on distance, about 5 to 10% is made up by transport to the sawmills. The sawing of logs into planks and drying the logs adds another 50% of value. The Forinfo project tries to increase the share of the plantation owners by enabling them to carry out the different steps of the value addition by themselves, or working in cooperatives applying innovative technologies. Handsaw felling is still applied in many cases, but it is labor-intensive and physically demanding. Chainsaw felling is the recommended method considering cost efficiency, physical demand, and safety aspects. Hand winches can be applied in felling trees and forwarding over small distances. Manual forwarding is only possible for small pieces up to 3 meters. It is physically very demanding and hardly possible in uphill extraction. Animal logging can be done by horses, mules, oxen, or buffaloes, and can be applied in a wide range of terrain situations in uphill and downhill extraction. It can be very cost efficient. Hand sulkies can be used in downhill situations and on flat terrain. It is very efficient over distances of up to 100 meters. Small rubber-tracked crawlers, like the Scandinavian iron horse, could, in the long run, be a viable solution for extracting timber over long distances where no roads are available. Local modifications of agricultural machinery could be made to adopt this technology to the local financial situation. Both four-wheel and hand tractors can be used in combination with winches to extract timber over longer distances in a very cost-effective way. Skyline, or cable logging, can be applied in both uphill and downhill extraction. Depending on the road access, the system is set up in order to harvest corridors on both sides of the cable line at distances of about 30 to 50 meters. Cable logging also offers technically sound and economically viable extraction methods in mountain areas in the Mekong region. They open up new opportunities for establishing new tree plantations and managing natural forests in steep slope conditions. After extraction by skyline, the logs can then be picked up by either tractor winches or loading cranes. depending on the site conditions and available road access. Logs can even be processed on-site by chainsaw or mobile sawmilling. The system shown here allows the production of high-quality, sawn timber at costs similar to traditional sawmills. Finger jointing is a key technology in the use of small-sized plantation timber and in using offcuts. Considerable value can be added with this technology. The harvesting and processing technologies shown in this film are appropriate in the context of the rural areas of northern Laos. The systems are within the financial reach of small cooperatives, but need initial technical support and market linkages with the private sector or technical training centers to become successful and sustainable.